Hey there, it's Dad Who Games, and this is Blue Streak, my second favorite Transformer and my next G1 restoration and customization project. Like with my efforts on Sideswipe, the end goal is to take this recolored Diaclone rebrand and make it the Blue Streak from the original cartoon. That being said, this time around, I have a bonus for you. That's right, 2 Blue Streaks for the price of 1. See, my mom never wanted my brother and I fighting, so she always had to get 2 of something we both really wanted. That's where the second Blue Streak comes in. Because I've got the second, and because I've been getting better at working on these toys, I decided that while the first Blue Streak will be colored to look like the cartoon Blue Streak, I wanted to make the other Blue Streak look like the Blue Streak. Yeah, here's a quick explanation as the dismantling carries on. To be clear, the original non-Transformer Diaclone robot, Streak, was a blue Datsun with a silver streak from hood to rear. In the cartoon, they made Blue Streak silver and with a black streak. For the toy that you see here, it was all silver and no streak. However, on the packaging these toys came in, there were the likenesses of the Blue Streak throughout. Like, the toy itself was the only thing that they had changed, and it didn't even look like the cartoon character. In this video, you'll only be seeing my efforts on the silver-black Blue Streak. The blue one I used as my test subject. This toy has a lot of movable parts, and for making the Blue Streak, I had to paint everything. It left the toy very tight when transforming. As a result, the silver-black Blue Streak, aka the only Blue Streak as far as I'm concerned, is in my opinion far superior to, well, I guess I should call the Blue Streak Streak, like the Diaclone, and the silver-black Blue Streak Blue Streak. Anyway, I know I'm completely defacing the value of these toys by removing original decals and whatnot, but they're my toys, and I don't plan on ever selling them. I have long been meh with how loosely these toys have looked like the cartoons. That's why I feel that I'm transforming the past. See, that's the title that I've been giving my... Anyway. This toy had several snap-in parts, like the entirety of the upper arms, including the forward wheel wells and the doors. While I didn't have any paint needing to be removed, bathing the pieces in rubbing alcohol helped remove all of the decals without residue, which is a good tip for you to remember when you try to remove the label at the bottom of your next reusable water bottle. It's incredibly stinky, but it preps the pieces nicely for sanding, which, as you can tell by my hands, needed a quick bath before setting up for priming. It's also really satisfying to watch all the bits lift from the freshly sanded pieces, but inevitably it's time for the priming. Ooh! Ah! Ah! Seeing a freshly primed is always exciting for me. It's also smooth and blank. I've always been bad with painting throughout childhood. I just never had the patience to wait for things to dry, and I'd end up covered in paint and modeling glue, and it'd be all over the table I had been working at. I've come a long way, and using the painter's tape was totally key here in assuring good lines, or at least good enough to yield minor touch-ups. You might also notice my progressively worsening cut on my thumb. All apologies, but I do address it shortly. I was too hyper-focused to be swayed. While we're on the subject of tools I cannot live without, toothpicks, all sizes, and I guess all colors if there were options, have been used extensively throughout this project. And a little tip, cat nail clippers are perfect for cutting toothpicks cleanly. I mean, if you have cat nail clippers on hand, or, you know, a cat. But now we're coming to the home stretch. Everything is painted and top-coated, and it's now time to reassemble Blue Streak. And here he is, now truly looking like the blue streak I had always wanted, and the blue streak we never had. I opted to go gray instead of silver because cartoons didn't really have silver shimmery capabilities. Everything was flat color, and thus no Ed Cullen vibes here. But nothing more really needs to be said that can't be said by seeing the finished products. Enjoy. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and be sure to follow me on Twitter @ADadWhoGames. But until the next, have a day.